party hats. Boom, boom.
The whole go bang bang here.
Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
Welcome to Coxwell Academy.
No DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of VHS Bandits. This week we watched Snow Day. Let's pop in the tape.
1, 2, 3, 4.
With last night's record snowfall taking everyone by surprise, it seems the entire area has ground to a halt. Roads are blocked, businesses are shut down, and listen carefully, schools are officially closed for a snow day.
No school, no school, no school.
On a day when anything can happen,
Hi, Hal.
Hey, look out!
everything will.
Principal Weaver, catch. Oh, no.
But there's one man who can ruin it all.
Snowplow man.
Each snowflake marks a snow day that I single-handedly plowed into oblivion.
He's gotta be stopped. Today.
Claire, I know you're watching.
What is this? Frank, hand off him.
I say try something new. Me. It's a snow day, Claire. Anything can happen.
Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon Movies present
Snow, and lots of it, folks.
I got your standard slush ball. In this, the jelly-filled snow nut.
Kids, as unpredictable as the weather.
No School,
Hey, enjoying your day off? I know I sure am. I gotta go.
No Rules,
Ta-da!
You made this for me? Why?
It's your favorite animal. A whale.
But I like zebras.
Huh?
No Problem,
You've stolen your last snow day from us.
Oh, now I'm scared.
Chevy Chase, Chris Elliott. Snow Day.
I'm going to ask my friends here to give me just a little push. I said a little one!
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome again to this week's episode of VHS Bandits. I am the Kevbot. Here with me are my co-hosts, 6 Dames of Training and 5 Topher Hansons, 4 Dunge Ovens, 3 Party Hats, 2 Loose Fribbles,
That's 1.5 pair.
and 1 co-host who forgot to watch this movie.
Hey, that's not true. I didn't forget. I just watched the wrong movie.
1 co-host who watched the wrong movie.
Somebody did not read the textuals correctly.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's the VHS Bandits.
And in the 1 week that we
watched
discussed this,
The wrong movie.
he never texted any of us to say like, hey, just wanted to confirm, just wanted to check. No.
I was 1,000. All right. We watched, this is the VHS Bandits. Hello.
Don't give me this
And
1,000 miles
and-
away baloney, because we discussed this on Monday, which was 6 days ago, and you were here 6 days ago. You were not 1,000 miles away 6 days ago.
I'm not saying. This week, Dane Train and Kevbot watched Snow Day, and I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, the Toy Maker.
You know what's going to
And
happen?
I
Which we're gonna
named
watch
this
next time.
episode already Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
I'll tell you exactly
And-
what's going to happen. Next week, when
Oh,
we
no,
go to
I'm
record,
getting fired from the show.
next week when we go to record Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, Kevin and I are going to be all up to snuff. You're going to be like, oh, I watched that 2 weeks ago. I don't remember anything.
Hey, I'm ahead of the game. Hey, no, so this is what's going to happen. Patreon. Well, thank you to our patrons, especially our patrons now in these trying times where I watch the wrong movie.
Oh, it's yet another
Topher might need to
fuck
take
up.
a holiday break.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
holiday
man.
break,
Hey,
right.
it's that holiday stress. It gets to you.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know, I was
right.
1,000% sure we were watching. I was so confident that we were watching Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
He had too much leftovers and fell
I-
asleep through our conversation of watching Snow Day that Dane mentioned in one text.
Hey,
Please.
well, so here's the deal, okay?
Here's the skinny.
I'm gonna watch Snow Day for Silent Night. It's gonna be it's like, check this out. This is a blessing in disguise.
Hey, check this out.
Hey, check this out over here.
You're getting
It's
two
a,
episodes for the price of one.
Yeah, 2 episodes for the price of 2 episodes where I talk about the wrong movie each time. So it's like the Flintstones meet the Jetsons, right?
We're gonna compare plot points of Snow Day and Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
You know them Flintstones.
Don't forget to take your Flintstones vitamins.
Mr. Flintstone, what do you got to say about it?
What are you gonna know about a Flintstone?
And his neighbor, Barney Bubble.
That's what I feel like when you go into Ollie's Billy 19, like one of the signs.
Yeah, it's
generic. That's like the name that'll be on there. Hey, come on down and pick up some Flintstone vitamins. We got a whole truckload of them in here.
I'm dying.
Featuring Barney Bubble.
Hey, check out our selection of shirts from Old Navy.
New Navy.
Was it? Didn't someone buy? You had a TV box in your basement that was a Kobe, Sobe, or something like that.
I had a stereo from them.
I have it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It was the Sony logo with a C.
Yeah. Oh man, I bet Christmas Tree Shop sold all those. Okay. So this episode. Hey,
All right,
in spirit
guys.
of I was almost said Halloween. In spirit of the holidays. And speaking, oh my goodness. And speaking of Topher watching Silent Night, Deadly Night, I've got
show's a complete
Mountain
disaster.
Dew Merry mashup.
Ooh.
Hey, see, it's a merry mashup. That's what this is. Hey, that's what this is. A merry mashup.
Put some more mashup in there. Put some more
I
merry
will.
in my
Don't
mashup.
you
A
believe
little more
me? I
mash
did.
in there.
I put plenty of mashup on here.
Oh, I believe you now.
Hey,
There's some extra
I'm gonna
mash
give
in
my
this
rate.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the seasonal Mountain Dew flavor. Cranberry pomegranate flavor with other natural flavors.
That sounds so good.
I wanted to try
I
it
love
out on
other
our
natural
episode.
flavors.
Yes.
I insist that my Flintstones vitamins are all
Yeah, wash
other
it down
flavor. Hey,
wash
what kind
down
of
your
flavors do you have?
Flintstones with some.
Do you want pomegranate, or do you want cranberry, or other natural? I'll have other natural, please.
And so it's like it's got
That sounds like a
cranberry,
show
it's got
that William
pomegranate
Shatner
and
would
other
host.
things. And lots of
Welcome
other things.
to the other natural.
So before we get into the movie, open parentheses S close parentheses
Movies.
I wanted to try this this soda, the seasonal soda.
Ooh.
Wow. What a treat.
Yeah. Sorry I didn't get you guys any. I just
Hey,
picked it up
that's
yesterday.
quite all right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You got to open it up near the mic. We got to hear that fizz. Ooh.
There we go.
Sound.
That give anybody the head tingles hearing that?
Smells piney.
Oh,
Piney. It's just pine salt.
It's just pine salt.
That's the other natural.
That's
This soda's other natural.
you gonna wipe down your hardwood floors with that?
oh yeah.
It
It's
only
great to
works on
drink
glass.
and to disinfect. I'm gonna give it a swig here.
Oh, there he goes. Is it other natural?
I get the cranberry, not so much the pomegranate. It tastes like if you mix cranberry ginger ale with Mountain Dew.
That's it, huh?
It's okay.
Is that good
Nothing
or bad?
special.
So it's cranberry Mountain Dew. That's all it
Wow,
is.
what a merry,
most
what a
part.
merry
Cranberry
mashup.
Mountain Dew.
What a merry mash my taste buds. Oh well.
Wow.
What a way to start this episode.
Oh boy. Hey, speaking of seasonal foods and stuff, for those of you guys that don't know and may have never had one before, like myself, McDonald's is now serving the McRib nationally for the first time since like 2012. So
McRib is disgusting. Don't buy a McRib. Oh, it's so gross.
All right. Well,
did you buy one, Dane?
No, I want to, but I know about it. And I've had not McDonald's McRibs, but at the Elm Draft House in Millbury, this little movie theater. They have like a bunch of like really good like cheap food, and they have like their own version of a McRib, which is fucking delicious. Yeah, and it's like with popcorn and a drink, it's like $3.50. So you can't beat it. So that's sort of like my benchmark. So
yeah. Oh, that's your processed squeezed pork guts.
Yeah.
Benchmark is the Elm Draft House McRib.
Yeah.
The McRip-off.
Don't sell that one short. Dane sold me on it when we were watching some movie.
I'm saying I would eat the Elm Draft House one for sure. But the McDonald's one is absolutely disgusting. But hey, a lot of people love it. A lot of people love the McRib.
I'm going to see if I can get one between now and when we do Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
Holiday. Hey, I'm ahead of you. I already did Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
And how was your McRib when you watched it?
No McRib.
No McRibs. Well,
my
anyway, I got to try
splitting.
it. I'm dying to try it. I just have to. It's on my bucket list. So
wow.
After that, he can Silent Night, Deadly Night himself, and
yeah, you're gonna silent but deadly your blankets.
Oh yeah, 5 times.
All right, hey, let's get into this movie. So Snow Day, it opens up with let me see what I can remember. Let me see what I can remember from Snow Day without having seen it for 13 years
you
or
give
whatever.
us the synopsis.
All right, Snow Day.
Over. What are the trailers?
Yeah, tell us what the trailers are.
Oh, yeah, the trailers. Well, it's a Nickelodeon movie, so the trailers is probably for Good Burger on home video or something like that. Or no, let me remember this correctly. It's not Good Burger. It's Rugrats Gone Wild. Yeah, that's the ticket. Rugrats Gone Wild. I'm getting a little warmer here. I'm getting warmer. It's Rugrats the movie, the other movie. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the other movie with the other natural flavors. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other natural.
Here. It's probably Harriet the Spy, huh? What?
No, it's no Harriet the Spy.
No, I mean it's not Harriet the Spy. I don't know what the trailers are. That's not important. We're talking about Snow Day, not the trailers.
All right.
What do you remember the trailers? What was
as a
the
matter
trailers?
of fact, I think
Rugrats in Paris.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said.
Yeah, right. Of course, it's all coming back to you now.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Rugrats in Paris.
Now, real quick, T-Man, when do you think was the last time you watched Snow Day?
Oh man,
give us a year if you had to. If you could make an educated guess. Came out
when
in
we
2000.
were in 5th grade, I think, or 2000. Okay, so we were in like 7th grade.
We were in that was about 7th grade.
I didn't see it then. But I saw it later. It must have been in high school when I saw it. And I fucking loved it. I was very because Nickelodeon movies suck. Like Harriet the Spy was the first Nickelodeon movie and it sucked.
I never seen
it. Yeah, I don't know. Rosie McDonald's in it. When she was like, doing movies.
Right. Well, that's because
she was Rosie McDonald.
She was in the Flintstones movie.
Yeah, she was in the Flintstones movie.
Yeah, Rosie McDonald was the female Tom Arnold of her time. Where they're really trying to push her into like the next big like funny lady,
right?
Movie star. So I probably saw this maybe, I don't know, 2005 or something like that. Few years after it came out.
All right.
It was good though. I was pleasantly surprised because it's done by the Pete and Pete guys. I didn't know that. Had I known that at the time that it came out, I would have rushed to the theater.
It's kind of funny that you say about that, about the Pete and Pete guys, because when I first heard there's a voiceover in this movie, I'm sure you remember that. When I first heard it, I thought it was old Pete.
Of course,
it sounds like his voiceovers and it sounds like his voice, but it was not him. So
yeah, there's definitely parts in this movie where you could see it was definitely written for Big or Little Pete.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I thought it was
I believe
like
the word
there's this.
blowholes used once or twice in the movie. So
was it? I didn't even hear it.
yeah,
So.
that's classic Little Pete.
Yeah.
And of
I
course,
think-
Iggy Pop's got to be in there. So
Of course, yeah.
but
no Toby
yeah.
Huss.
No. So yes, we got Rugrats in Paris. Then we have this wackadoo movie that has nothing to do with Nickelodeon movies, which was called The Real Macaw, about some
What?
Australian kid with a talking parrot, which is played by John Goodman, going, "I'm a parrot and you're an
Apparently-
Australian kid. I'm going to tell you where a treasure chest is."
Yeah.
And about this kid trying to find a pirate's treasure chest with the help of a talking parrot voiced by John Goodman.
Was the bird immortal or it just knew the secrets?
Who fucking knows?
Yeah,
we have
it's
to watch
weird.
we have to watch the movie to find out, guys.
Then they had this weird animated
Parrots do live a long
fairies
time,
movie.
though.
Yeah,
which
there's
had,
something about fairies, right?
Yeah, something about fairies.
Something about fairies?
Yeah. And it looked really shitty.
Is that hair gel?
Yeah.
Is that fairy dust in your hair?
And
Let me have some.
there was a couple people who were like famous people that they clearly spent all the money on.
Yeah, do the voice acting. Yeah.
Yep.
But
And
like
then,
it was weird because it was like CGI backgrounds, but like cartoon animated like characters. It was really weird.
Right.
Hey, this is me asking my dad to see that movie. Hey, can we go see Something About Fairies? Something About Fairies? No.
And then they had another commercial for Rugrats tapes.
Yeah.
Tons and tons and tons of Rugrats tapes.
Oh my God. I guess because that's like the only thing that was holding Nickelodeon together at the time. Nickelodeon went downhill like really fast.
Yeah. That was right before SpongeBob and like Fairly Odd Parents. That's probably around the time that Doug went to ABC and
when he became the brand spanking new Doug.
Yep.
Fucking everything changed.
Yeah.
And I remember I stopped watching Nickelodeon around the time that Angry Beavers came on. And
I liked Angry Beavers.
I'm sure it was good. I'm just saying that was like a milestone.
But
as to
yeah,
when
you're
I
right. That was like
stopped,
one of the last like Cat Dog, I think, was what did it for. Like Cat Dog, I really did not like.
I think I watched it kind of into high school. Not like a lot, but yeah.
Like SpongeBob was actually really good, and it was like the last good like Nickelodeon show. Like that still lives up to, the heyday of Nickelodeon.
It's funny.
I mean, they had a couple good shows kind of after too. I liked
Ned's Declassified is good.
Yes, Ned's Declassified was awesome.
Pretty Pete and Pete,
Invader Zim, that was a thing for me.
Yeah, I never got into it. I just never watched it. But what I did see, I liked.
Yeah,
I want to start up. I want to invest in the time to watch that show.
It's kind of worth if it's kind of niche, I'll say.
Yeah.
And it's worth at least one sitting through if you enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't have a whole lot of quality stuff. This was like around the time they tried to bring all that back and just not good. And they didn't have the good.
They brought Mad
anymore.
TV back on Hulu or something, and it's fucking awful.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It is so bad.
Is Will
Hard to
Sasso
bottle
still
that
on it?
lightning twice.
No, of course not. If Will Sasso was on it, it'd be amazing. Will Sasso's the greatest American treasure where this country has to offer the world.
Yeah. Last time I saw Will Sasso, he was starring in a wonderful straight to video comedy called Awesomus Maximus.
Sounds
awesome. I think we watched that.
Yeah.
Maybe me and John. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we watched that.
Sounds awesome.
What was it? Oh yeah. So like funny thing is like so my wife is 3 years younger than me, and she was so like there's like a little bit of a generational gap, and in the sense that she was watching Nickelodeon like past my time. So she watched some stuff that I wasn't into at the time. Like she was really into Hey Arnold and some of the other shows.
Well, Hey Arnold was our time.
Was it? I never
really
I
watched the fuck out of Hey Arnold. Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
She had a real
It came
big...
on at 8:00.
Oh, okay. Well, either way,
but she's probably not too familiar with Salute Your Shorts or Are You Afraid of the Dark or
right. Yeah.
Anything like that.
Right.
Anyway, so Snow Day opens up with there's a voiceover, and then it's you see that's Dane Train. That's me.
No, that was not
Dane.
me.
No, that's me channeling Dane Train.
Oh, I was gonna say
You're trying to read his thoughts.
That was your Diet
Yes,
Coke
exactly.
talking to you.
I'm pulling the information out of your brain.
All right,
that's all I could gather.
Pull it.
And so he's like, "Oh, it's I don't like to go to school." And then he's like, "I gotta pretend to be sick or something." And then there's it shows a window and it's snowing out, and then the town, everything's going on in the town.
Everything's going on in the town. It says it on the back of the box. Everything's going on in the town.
Why don't you read the back of the box?
No. You have to finish your synopsis of the movie.
Oh, my whole entire synopsis of the whole movie. Okay, so everything's going on in the town. The kid's like, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go to school. He's got a big test going on, right? And he's got a girl that he likes. He's nervous about this girl. And he's like, oh, man, I wish it would snow. Dear Santa, I just want snow, Mr. Frosty. And then he's watching the news where it says all the school closings, and then his school's not on the list, but all of a sudden it changes and it's like, we're on the list. And then he's being attacked by Chris Elliott, who's the plowman. And then that's pretty much the end of the movie right there.
That's the end of the movie right there. Right.
That's the end of the movie.
Yep.
And they have a snowball fight, blah, blah, blah. He gets the girl and he aces the big test the next day because he got time to study for his homework.
Well,
hey,
tell me I'm wrong. Would you know it, folks? He remembered every single detail about this movie to a T.
That's right.
To a T-man.
Right. That's why they call me T-man.
To a T-man. To a telepathic T-man.
Yeah, he took that transmission right from my noggin and into his through the waves of the interwebs.
Exactly. How'd I do, fellas?
It's so good. The whole thing was completely accurate.
Spot on. In fact, we're gonna Merry mash up this episode and shut it down now.
All right,
let's talk about the box here. So
that's pretty much correct.
So my copy that I have right here, I got for $1 at the Savers on Lincoln Street in Worcester.
Good find.
This is from a Blockbuster. I don't know which one. I don't know which Blockbuster. It doesn't tell you. But this tape was from December 11th, 2000 with the Blockbuster sticker on the back. And it was owned by somebody named Thom. Thom. Thom.
Maybe it was Tom. I think it's probably Thomas, but they didn't have enough room to spell the rest of the name.
No.
Whoa.
It's Thom.
It's Thom.
Whoa. Okay.
Thom. Dude.
It could have been Tom the Bomb.
Excuse me.
Thom is a big fan of the Flintstones.
Are we talking Flintstones or are we talking Thom here?
Oh, Thom is a fan of the Flintstones.
Next
Are you a fan of the Flintstones?
Next time you're making you go to the car dealership and the guy's trying to sell you on the financing, you go, "Hey, are we talking Flintstones or are we talking Thom here?
I'll
doing
bring
this
that up.
or what?" Yeah. Hey.
So, real quick on the cover of the box, it says Snow Day in like red text. It's all snowy. And our four main characters are in the background. You got like the main guy. What the hell? Hal, right? Is that his name? Hal? No, that was his sister's name.
Yeah. No,
his name was Hal.
Yeah.
His name was Hal.
His name was Hal. Yes.
So he's like a teenager. He's in high school. And then his sister, whatever her name was. Nat, right? She's there.
Nat.
There's the redhead chick who is the best friend of Hal. And then you got Lane. And then you got the girl who played Claire, who is there, who's like the hot girl that Hal wants to date. So it says school shut, rules. Oh, wait, roads closed, school shut, rules were made to be frozen.
Interesting tagline.
And then there's this one kid who's like pointing his finger way up in the sky, like, yes. And he's like this other friend who is, I don't remember what his name was, but he's barely in the movie at all. And somehow he's the biggest character on the whole box.
Oh, that's weird.
Right? He's in the movie for like 1 minute.
Yeah.
I don't even think he has one line in the movie.
He's got a couple lines, but nothing important.
And then in the bottom, you have Chris Elliott and Chevy Chase. And it says, laugh out loud, ... packs the punch of a well-timed snowball, zinging straight to the funny bone, says Lou Carlozzo of the Chicago Tribune. Then on the back of the box, there's a like those big giant Blockbuster stickers that they put on the back. It's kind of covering some more quotes and stuff.
Where it says thumb.
So there's somebody named Jeffrey Lyons and Lou Lumenick. They had quotes. I don't know what they say. And it's cutting off.
They had such great quotes. It's not even worth it.
I don't know what Kev just said because it got cut off for a second.
Just like these guys'
just like these quotes, it's not important.
Yeah, right.
It was too good.
Blockbusters listening in, and they don't want Kevin to review this movie.
So where Thome's sticker is on the back, I can't read what some of the text is for the description, but I'll go to where it starts. So it says, "School's out and fun's in. Hot young stars team up with comic favorites Chevy Chase, Chris Elliott, and Gene Smart for this kids in charge, adults in meltdown comedy that packs the punch of a well-timed snowball, zinging straight for your funny bone." Again, Chicago Tribune. An unexpected overnight snowfall has made roads impassable, and that means a no school.
Kind of like today is a snow day.
Yeah. We had snow today.
How about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
We had a big snow day today.
Wow. And we had Silent Night, Deadly Night 5 today. How about that?
Yeah, what a coinky dink, huh?
Some guy didn't come dressed as a Santa and give evil toys to you guys? That didn't happen to you today?
Nope.
No.
Oh, just me.
Just you.
Just you.
Oh boy.
And that means a no school, no rules snow day. For 15-year-old Hal, Mark Webber, it's a chance to win the heart of a popular Claire Emmanuel Cricky, I think is her name. She was also in 100 Girls, nonetheless. She was the girl in 100 Girls.
That's right. She was also in Entourage.
Oh, I never seen that. Or totally embarrass himself. For 10-year-old Natalie, Xena Gray, it's a chance to create something even better than a snow day, a second snow day. But to do that, she must stop Snowplow Man, Chris Elliott, the town's relentless road-clearing fiend. Better watch out, Snowplow Man, because anything can happen on a snow day. ... And in this hilarious comedy, just about anything does.
Wow.
And of course, it's an orange Nickelodeon tape.
Hey, your tapes are orange, Tupac. Your tapes are orange.
All right. So let's get into Snow Day. So T-Man was pretty close here. Pretty close.
That was pretty close.
Pretty good. So it opens up with like a shot of the town.
Like the town, everybody's going on in the town. Yeah.
Yeah, because everything is good. Not something, but everything's going on in the town.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the voiceover starts.
Baker is bacon, yada yada.
talking about weather systems and one perfect snowflake, how it forms and falls down.
It becomes snow, the white stuff.
The white.
And where do we go from here?
Did you watch this movie?
I
have my doubts.
There's an unexpected heat wave, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Going through.
It's like
Hot,
60 degrees.
Sunny. Chevy Chase is a weatherman for one of the local stations, and he has a rival, slightly more popular rival weather man on another station named like Chad.
Yeah, like Chad.
Something.
Now for those that don't know, he was one of the Duke boys on the Dukes of Hazzard. He was the blonde one.
He was. If you haven't watched that, he was the dad in Smallville.
Oh, there you go.
He was Pa Kent. I thought he was Rex Manning at first, but he was not.
Yeah.
He looks a little like him,
It
but
does.
he's not.
It
He's
does.
just a little more talented because this guy's been in stuff.
More. Yeah.
So Chevy Chase is saying it's going to be hot. The news station always dresses Chevy Chase up in like costumes or something. I don't know. He makes some remark about how he wants to wear pants because he was wearing like swim trunks or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. And so Chevy Chase is the dad of Hal and Nat, and they also have a younger brother.
Yeah,
and a mom who's a workaholic.
Yep. So technically, there's a couple of stories going on simultaneously in this movie. You got you got Chevy Chase, who's trying to be like he's a kind of an older guy, and then there's the younger guy who's from another news station who's taking all the ratings, and it's up to him to try to get the ratings and kind of be a respected meteorologist again,
be the Highlander of weathermen.
Yeah. And then you have the mother who's the workaholic and how she has to go through a snow day trying to work, but also taking care of her youngest son, who's maybe like 3 or 4, and he's out of control, right? So,
yes. And that pretty much sets it up.
Yeah. And then we're introduced to Hal. He's at high school. He's oogling in the pool room, the room with the pool, over this girl Claire, who's a diver. So she's doing like Olympic diving, right? And he's talking about how he's never even met this girl, he's never talked to her, but he's a total creepazoid because he knows like what her favorite chewing gum is and like her routines, and it's a really weird. He's a total stalker. It's really bizarre. And so he's like talking about how he's got to like build up the nads to speak to her, because to him, he thinks that he's invisible to her, right? And at the same time, she is dating this guy who's a total dingleberry.
Chuck.
This guy Chuck. And he's
like super machismo.
Yeah. He's like the bro dude.
Did he have a motorcycle or did he have a...
He had a yellow Mustang and a yellow snowmobile.
Snowmobile, that's right.
Yep. And a helmet with flames on it.
Oh, yeah.
And
so... Flames are pretty cool.
They're cool flames.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And
so Claire broke up recently, apparently, with Chuck.
Yeah. So she is available.
That's right.
And so Hal has his 2 best buddies, some guy who's on the cover. I don't know what his name is.
And Lane.
And Lane, who's like this redhead girl, right?
Yeah.
And she's no bombshell, right?
Right.
So,
but she's, like his best friend. Essentially, Big Pete and Ellen.
Right. Yeah. Right.
There you go.
Ooh, perfect.
There you go.
So he goes to try to talk to her.
He slips into the pool.
Falls in the pool. And what's down at the bottom of the pool? But
a dookie.
There's a big old poopy doopy in the pool, and he comes out and goes, there's a poop in the pool. Just like in the Misery Brothers Y2K, where they're in the hot tub, and then they come out of the water and they go, oh hey, give these people an electric blanket. Let's plug them in, and then they go, where one of them acts like really serious, like they're actually being electrocuted, and the other one is like not into it and very embarrassed.
She's like, get me out of this movie.
Yep. Very big
So what does he actually
find? This movie, Misery Brothers.
What does he actually find in the pool, though?
A treasure map.
Yeah, that a parrot needs to help some Australian kid find the treasure to.
It's Claire's bracelet that she wears around her ankle.
The anklet.
Why did Claire poop out a bracelet?
I don't know. But the bracelet has... it's weird because you would figure it's an anklet, but they keep calling it a bracelet through the whole movie, even though she wore it on her ankle.
Right.
Anyway, it's got a whale on it, and he finds it and he keeps it because that's like the key to getting to know her. So,
and he thinks that because it's a whale, her favorite animal must be the whale.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
he's got to know everything about her.
Everything.
You think it's a sperm whale?
It's about to be.
It's gonna be.
They show him later, and he's at home, and he's like smelling it. It's weird.
And then
that was kind of creepy.
And then the boyfriend
smells like chlorine.
He's like trying to stash it away in a pocket at one point, and the boyfriend like sees him with it and like picks it up. And he's like, "What are you doing with Lane's bracelet? Oh, it's all sweaty."
Hal even like wears it on his ankle at one point too.
Yeah,
just to like try it on.
He's a total creepazoid.
He's trying to make a cosmic connection, guys.
I guess so. So anyway,
he's the hopeless romantic, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, he holds on to the bracelet, and they go home, and that's kind of that. The Nat, the younger sister, really doesn't. She's hoping for snow like every day, and Chevy Chase gives her this good luck snow globe, and she falls asleep with it, thinking like, "Man, I just want a snow day." And off Chevy Chase goes off to the TV station, and he's looking at his Doppler radar thing. And wouldn't you know, even though they're in the midst of a heat wave in December-ish, I don't know, coming down from Canada because they're in
Syracuse, New York.
Yeah.
Oh, they always get snow.
Yeah.
Syracuse sucks, by the way.
Syracuse.
I mean, it's not that bad. It kind of sucks.
Sorry, Syracuse listeners.
Come to find out that all 8 of our Patreon members live in Syracuse, New York.
No, Syracuse, beautiful place. Love it. Can't get enough of Syracuse. It takes forever to get there. It snows a lot, and
this movie takes place there.
It snows a lot here, dude.
Yeah,
it was a joke.
Now.
I'm just saying things.
Right now.
I'm just saying things. They have a good barbecue place. Syracuse Guy Barbecue.
Shout out to Syracuse Barbecue.
Some guy barbecue, Syracuse, New York.
Yeah, so I think they have 2 rival barbecue places. One has a dinosaur, maybe. I don't know.
Sounds like you're trying to describe the plot of this movie again.
What do they sell?
Yeah, this
barbecued Brontosaurus burgers.
Yeah, right out of the Jinsons.
Yeah,
the Flintstones.
The Flintstones movie there.
Yeah,
they bring out a giant dinosaur leg.
They got that with a crustaceous croissant.
Yeah, come get mention the VHS Bandits and get $5 off a crustaceous croissant.
Get an additional $5
at the Jinson's Barbecue in Syracuse, New York.
Yo, the Flintstones barbecue, not the Jinsons.
Flintstones, Jinsons. Oh, Jinsons is their rival barbecue.
The Jinsons. Their son Elroy. I mean Leroy, because it's gotta be fake.
Daughter Moody.
Joan, help me off of this crazy thing.
Help me off this crazy thing.
Syracuse, New York. What a beautiful city.
So they're in Syracuse. Chevy Chase notices this cold front just appearing out of nowhere coming from Canada. And wouldn't you know it, the snowstorm of a lifetime.
It's a brewing out there.
It is. So everyone wakes up and it's snowing. So everyone's wrapped around, glued to their radios, their Krebstar radios. And everyone's waiting to hear everything that's closed, including...
Hey, I said this part.
Flintstone's Barbershop and...
Dinosaur Barbecue.
Jensen's Barbecue and Cranston's Supermarket. And oh yeah, all the schools. And it's, all the kids going, yay, and the parents going, and so the mom can't get out of the house because apparently there's 12 feet of snow in front of the garage. After she's getting ready to go out, she's got her driving beads and her lucky troll doll. She's got her commuter mug. She opens the door and it's just the wall of snow. And she's got the important Asian soda market meeting today.
Yeah, it's like she's like,
I love
we
that
have to
Asian
get
soda.
the 42% share on the carbonated beverages market in Asia.
Yeah, something like that. So she's got to work from home. So Hal says, this is the sign I'm getting Claire today. I'm bagging that girl today.
He's going to do the
one way or
homeless.
another.
Not the homeless. He's going to do the homeless.
He's going to do the homeless romantic
Are you
thing.
a homeless romantic?
Spare some change and my heart.
He wants to do the hopeless romantic thing and go to her window at her house and declare his love. Declare
Will
his
love for
to
food.
Sinclair.
Sinclair. He was gonna do like the say anything kind of thing, standing out her window. Very cliche.
Yeah.
Very cliche. And Nat is like, Hal, we got to take down Snowplow Man. We need to do the never before done double snow day. That's her goal. Take down Chris Elliott, Snowplow Man. Oh, there's also shit. What was his character's name? The bus driver in Pete and Pete. What was his name?
Who did he play in the movie?
He was the principal.
Oh, the principal, right? Yeah. So the principal lives next door.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
And
I forgot he was in this movie.
Everybody keeps tossing snowballs at him the entire movie. It's great.
Yeah. He's, they show, we forgot this in the beginning of the movie. He's like barbecuing and Nat and her two friends like throw a snowball at him and he's grilling in his backyard and he's like, oh, I love the heat wave. Snow's always,
You
snow's
kids
never
are going
gonna
back to
come.
school.
Yeah. Fuck, I gotta find his name because he was great. Bus driver Stu.
Yep.
That's what it was.
I think T-Man is frozen. You still with us, dude?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Oh, okay. Your picture is frozen. As
That's
frozen
right.
as because the movie says rules were made to be frozen. So were Skype calls. Were made to be frozen.
Man.
So
Skype calls are always frozen.
Yeah, you're sounding pretty your audio is a little frozen too on my end at least.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
That's
you
all
guys
right.
kind of sound like robots to me.
Yeah.
We're
We're all robots
pretty
today.
robotic. So bus driver, principal bus driver Stu, his whole shtick is he's just getting pelted with snowballs. There's no real other plot, but so Hal is like, sorry, Nat, I gotta go declare my love for this lady. And they have this whole thing where they have action figures that go together, like Super Duper Captain Universe or something, and his team. And they,
Dr. Freon, the bad guy.
Oh, Dr. Freon. Yeah. And that's like, their partnership.
Dr. Lawnmower, the action figure, the collectible.
Super Dr. Lawnmower Brothers.
Whoa. I play that on my Nintendo Entertainment System.
So Hal, so Lane like meets up with him somewhere and she tackles him in the snow as he's on his way to Claire's house. And they have a whole exchange of conversation. I don't remember exactly what about. She's pretty much just like, don't do this because that's creepy. There's other people who are probably interested in you.
They make snow angels together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Her analogy about you can never make the perfect snow angel because there's always a handprint.
Right.
So what happens when he gets to Claire's house? Oh, T-Man, your video is looking not so crazy.
Yeah, it's back to normal.
Yeah.
Good.
So what happens when he goes?
So he gets to Claire's house, and then he's like, "Hey, I got your whale. Give me a kiss." And then she's like, "Okay." And then Chris Elliott comes up with his plow, and he's like, and then he looks outside his window and goes, "That's the kid." Huh?
That's the kid. Right? Yeah. Yep. Exactly what he does.
He looks out. He turns out the window and says, "I was in cabin boy."
Does he scream out the windows, "My pipes are clean"?
I love Chris Elliott.
He's great.
we gotta do Cabin Boy one of these days.
Yeah.
Oh my God, absolutely.
It's over here somewhere. Yeah. So
he gets to Claire's house.
and like the whole fucking state of New York is over there with signs that say "Claire rules" that are sideways.
Yeah.
And
everyone caught wind that Claire was on the market again.
And then the shitty boyfriend comes back and he's driving his yellow snowmobile and he's like, "Yo, everybody beat it." And he steals one kid's flowers and like brings him up to Claire's house. It's like, "Hey, Claire Bear, we got to get back together even though we only broke up yesterday." And she's like, "We broke up. I don't want to know you." Whatever your name is, bad guy boyfriend. Do you remember what his name was?
Boyfriend. Something, I don't know.
What was it?
Clark?
Clark?
Chuck?
Chuck? All right, Chuck, right.
Could be Chuck. Let's say Chuck.
Yeah. So then while this is going on, so now you're coming to find this is the point where you're constantly going between all these different storylines, between the dad doing the reporting, the mother trying to work from home and take care of her crazy toddler son, and then Hal trying to get the girl, and Nat trying to stop Snowplow Man. So it's all these individual stories, which I thought was great, which makes it like a really good family movie because there's a dynamic for everybody in the family between the parents and the kids at two different ages, between the younger kids and the older kids. So I thought that was really good.
I agree.
Yep.
In the interest of not being so confusing and jumping around, should we focus on one story from this point?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Kind of take it from there. So like,
yeah, we'll do one at a time here. We'll start with the easiest one.
Take it easy.
The easiest one would be the mother's, I would think.
Yes. So she's
on like a very archaic version of Zoom.
Yeah.
Like talking to one of her coworkers because they
AKA Skype.
Yeah, they're on Skype.
Her coworker was one of the women in TLC.
Oh, was that right?
What?
Yeah.
Third blind eye. Wait, no, that's not right.
It was
blind eye, left eye.
It was not left eye.
Was other girl? Isn't one of them dead?
Yes.
Were they the ones
Chili?
that did they do the song Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls?
Don't go. One of them had AIDS.
Yeah. Well, I think that song is about either AIDS or cancer, right? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, wow. That's deep. Who knew?
I don't know. Not us.
Not us. Not us two guys right here.
So the mom is watching the littlest kid because she can't go to the carbonated soda market meeting. So she's working from home, zooming. She was in the AOL chat room, keyword Zoom.
This movie's really ahead of its time.
She was watching after the littlest kid and he wanted to do all these things. And she's like, I gotta work. So she sits down. There's like one time she's like 3 minutes away from meeting the the important investors, I don't know, probably the ones who want to make the big fucking chocolate donuts.
Big donuts.
And the little kid goes outside and she's, like, I got my good luck pearls, check. I got my notes, check. I've got this little kid outside, check. Oh my God, I need to go after him. They go outside and they end up having fun and she misses the meeting. And the whole moral of the story is family first. I think that's all the details.
Does she get her big fucking chocolate donut that would smother you in your sleep?
Whoa.
Who knows? Who knows?
You got to go get it. Hammerman's.
Did she get the soda account?
I think she lost the soda account.
Yeah. Did she lose her job and they're homeless now? They're homeless romantics, all of them.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase still has his job.
Yeah.
As local weatherman.
But I don't know. I think
but he's not providing for the children.
Syracuse Syracuse area must be rather expensive. I don't know.
With all those barbecue joints around.
I know. Yeah, maybe she'll
you gotta pay for your barbecue.
Maybe she'll get a job flipping Brontosaurus burgers.
Flipping McRibs.
Yeah. Yep. You betcha.
She's the one that puts the pink goo in the rib, the McRib mold to get it looking like
chicken McNuggets. Isn't that what pink slime is?
Yeah, you think they don't put pink slime in the McRib? Come on.
It's probably green slime.
Maybe they use some of Ed's secret sauce.
Oh, could be using the secret sauce. Yeah.
Doesn't everybody have a secret sauce?
They call me the sauce boss.
Which one do you want to do next? You want to do the Chevy Chase?
We'll do Chevy Chase. Yeah. If I don't know, I feel like this is like the last movie he ever did.
What? He like weirdly looked young and old at the same time.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, I got the IMDb.
Kind of like he was middle-aged.
Kind of.
Now, I'm curious. It doesn't seem like he just felt to me very out of place in this movie. You know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah. So, sorry, by me like seeming young but old, he still had like almost a full head of hair, but he definitely looked a lot older. He didn't necessarily have gray hair,
right?
But not like the balding.
So younger than Dirty Work, older than Caddyshack.
I mean, like when did he do Vegas Vacation? I don't remember.
Dirty Work was 98, and then he did this, and then he was in Orange County, who Hal's best friend Lane was in.
Oh,
and does some other stuff. He did a movie called Goose on the Loose.
Oh wow,
Funny Money.
I mean, Chevy Chase is in quite a few movies.
What I'm saying is that like I felt like from the time that this came out in 2000, he didn't do anything until Community. You know what I mean? Like that's what
I don't. Yeah, nothing like huge. I don't.
Right.
Think.
I don't think he was in. I don't think he was in anything that was in the theaters, like starring in anything in the theaters after this. Like I think this was definitely like the end of the road for his sort of career, I suppose. You know what I mean?
He didn't have anything else that he really starred.
He just kind of disappeared.
Vegas Vacation was 97. I didn't know that.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean,
he was in stuff. He did voiceovers. He was in short movies, episodes of stuff here and there. But yeah, nothing really.
The Chevy Chase Show.
Nothing really crazy.
That was in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Where he interviewed Jim Varney, did a really shitty job of it.
Oh, in 2010, there was a movie called Hotel Hell Vacation.
With Chevy Chase?
With Chevy Chase, yeah, like a National Lampoon's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it was that good, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Chevy Chase, he's the meteorologist. He's up against a meteorologist named Chad, who's from a different station, who's like younger, and everybody loves this guy. He like signs autographs and stuff. And this like other guy, Chad, is claiming that he was the first one on the scene to let the area know about the snow, which we know as the audience is not true because Chevy Chase was there first. So Chevy Chase has to like kind of clear his name. At the same time, everybody in the town is like rubbing it in his face about how great Chad is, right? Like there's billboards of him. There's an ice sculpture competition being put together by like the local Boy Scouts. and they're
One
like
of the Boy Scouts.
they're
does
making
one.
these like super meticulous, like professionally done ice sculptures. And they're like little kids, like tapping
Hey,
and
but they're Boy
scraping away.
Scouts.
And one kid makes
There's a Chad
full,
Weatherman badge.
yeah, the Chad Weatherman, and Chevy Chase ends up making it knock over and smash, and the kid's like, no, so yeah, shit like that. And then eventually, and during all this stuff, Chevy Chase has to wear like these outrageous costumes to try to get the ratings up by wearing like a snowman costume and stuff like that. And there was one scene where he's on a sled going downhill, and it was like right out of Christmas Vacation, where he's like on a sled going, oh no, whoa,
Yeah.
And that was actually kind of funny.
Apparently that hill was
favorite
called
Chevy
Suicide
Chase
Hill.
Suicide Hill, yeah.
But there's like 50 kids going down it.
Yeah. What's funny is like there's obviously a guy who's a stunt double who like did a bunch of tumbles, and it was actually, I don't know, I got a good laugh out of it. So
yeah, that's when he was dressed up as a snowman.
Yeah.
And then how did he end up in the same spot as Chad Weatherman?
So Chad and him were in the same place talking about the snow and the day. And while there's a live reporting going on from Chad, Chevy Chase comes up to him and he's like, "Hey Chad, I think you're a fraud. You don't know anything about meteorology. So tell me about snow. Like how is snow actually made? How, like, scientifically?" And he's like, yeah, snow, it's top secret. And all the people are like, boo, you're a phony. And then he admits that Chevy Chase actually was the one who first told everybody about what's going on. And Kevbot like has a ghost tapping him on the shoulder because he keeps looking behind his shoulder.
Some of the snow or ice, I think, just slid off my my roof or one of my windows here.
Yeah, but I've been hearing it too. It's crazy.
Yeah,
maybe it's Chad Weatherman trying to break in for a scoop.
Chad Weatherman,
he's trying to take all that top secret snow.
He's trying to crack the code, see how it's made.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny how Chevy Chase did the like, oh, and how did the snow rating meet on the Flintstone scale? And he's like, wow, it was really high on the Flintstone scale. And Chevy Chase was like, there's no such thing as Flintstones.
That's where you're wrong,
made
Chevy
up a bunch
Chase.
of junk, and Chad was like, oh yeah, yes, absolutely right, Chevy.
So that was that's the story between the dad, that he's now a respected meteorologist again.
And he gets to wear pants live on TV.
Yeah,
doesn't have
he gets to wear a suit.
Outrageous costumes.
So then what's next? So let's go to Hal. Right? So Hal, again, he's after Claire, and he tries to do a couple of stunts throughout the movie to try to get her attention, right? To try to show her, how great of a guy he is and this and that. So, like, they go to this ice skating rink where Iggy Pop plays, like, boring music from the 1920s.
Before that, he, right after he goes to Claire's house.
Yeah, right.
He hears somehow that she's watching the news and hears that, his dad, Chevy Chase, is at that hill, at the sled hill. So he runs over there and gets on TV and be like, Claire, my name's Hal. I'm in love with you, and don't go back to Chad or whatever. Don't go back to Chuck or Chuck.
Too many names to start with a C in this movie.
I know that your favorite flavor of gum is blah, blah, blah.
Her favorite color is brown?
Her eyes are brown.
Oh. Have you ever met anyone whose favorite color was brown?
Me.
Dane, I know your favorite color is pants brown.
Brown.
Shirt brown. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Gotta love my brown.
Yep.
You gotta love that brown.
So he declares
Brown
on
is in
local
town.
TV his love for her.
Brown is in town.
Then they do the ice skate rink.
Yeah, they
thing.
go to the ice skate rink. And Claire is ice skating with her ex-boyfriend Chuck, and she's like, "Chuck, what color are my eyes? What's my favorite chewing gum flavor?" And he's like, "What's my favorite animal?" And of course, he can't answer any of these questions, right?
Yeah.
So she's all pissed off at him.
And Lane has to get Iggy Pop out of his booth because all he does is play some song. I'm gonna find it here. Soundtrack.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the music real quick.
That song.
This music obviously was filled with a lot of music that was popular at the time. So there was a lot of Smash Mouth that I noticed.
Al Martino. That's the only thing that
Al Martino.
Iggy Pop plays. Is Al Martino.
I don't know who Al Martino is.
Yeah, he's like some croonery, like.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
1920s music, you know.
I love you. So Lane gets him out of the booth by saying, "I tried to stop someone. It's the women's bathroom. Someone wrote Al Martino sucks on the wall."
So he starts scrubbing the wall with toilet water and a rag.
Yeah.
It's great.
So, door flies open. Show me where. And Hal goes in and
he gets on the PA system and he's like, "Hey, Claire, this guy plays lousy music. I'm going to play some Smash Mouth or other shit that's popular in the year 2000. And of course, while it's going on, the ex-boyfriend Chuck, he just keeps being like, "Hal, you're dead. I'm going to get you, man. You're dead." And so that's that. And later on, Hal goes out to like the football field, which is covered in snow, and he shovels out a big whale. The same.
Hey, I did that too.
Yeah, but you shoveled out bum loving out at the school field and got a detention for it.
I think that's what you did today.
Oh wait, I did.
You did.
Yeah,
I remember that. And you came to lunch.
Wait, no, I got detention for saying bum loving. And then my retribution was writing a giant bum loving sign in the snow.
But you got caught for writing that.
And then I got an entire class. I got Bossy's entire class in trouble somehow. I don't know. They're the ones their teacher sent them out in the snow the next day, and they had to stomp it all out. I did not get in trouble for writing it in the snow.
But you wrote bum loving, right?
Yes, I wrote bum loving in the snow. Big
remember that like it was yesterday. I remember being in the class. Something about Teletubbies, and you said Teletubbies like bum loving.
We've said this on the show.
I remember I was cracking up. So I was like laughing, like I was like on the ground, and the teacher was like, "Chris, I'll see you in detention at lunch." Oh my god!
Oh, boy,
too funny.
I should have made a whale, huh?
So he only made a whale. If I was him, I would have wrote bum loving to Claire.
Hey, Claire, dear Claire, bum loving.
Let me slip.
I know your favorite color is brown.
Hey, I gotta slip you the old Eclair. Fill with the cream.
Oh my god, that's aggressive.
Whoa.
She's pretty aggressive.
Hey, come on! It's the year 2000. This is during the WWF Attitude Era. It's totally acceptable.
Extreme. Yeah, right. Yep. Everything's extreme.
Yeah. So while Hal's doing that, he sent his friend Lane to go get Claire because she was at the local
the diner.
Yeah, the local diner. What's the place in Saved by the Bell?
The Max.
The Max. The local Max.
Real quick on that.
Gibson's Barbecue.
And also kind of on the music real quick. So there was a lot of music that again was really popular at the time. I'm watching this movie with my wife, and whatever the hell the song was that was playing in the diner, she starts like singing it, and I'm like, "You know what this is?" And she's like, "Oh, this was some like one hit wonder."
Is it
like,
LFO?
I might have been like, okay. So there were like a lot of like boy bands and like girl boy bands at the time.
Chinese food makes me sick.
No, it wasn't that
your
one.
Dick.
No.
Chinese food eating your dick. What?
Yeah.
Chinese food eat my dick.
I like Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah.
Summer girls and things that are funny.
Yeah.
So
LFO.
Then my wife got on this weird
LFO.
tangent about some little like toy that you could have bought called like a hit clip, and it was like an MP3 player.
Yeah. It only played one song.
It only played one song. And it's like 60 seconds.
It played 60 seconds of one. It was like a little thing that like you clipped on you, and you had like this little square that you put in there with a headphone.
Oh, maybe it was Jordan Knight.
Jordan Knight.
Maybe that's what
LA
it was.
Lights.
No. I don't know.
I'll have to ask my wife. She would know. Yeah. But anywho, the whole night she's like, anytime during this movie that like one of those like one hit wonder like girl bands popped up, she's like singing the songs. So
wow.
I watched a little bit of this with my wife as well, and she was just like, "This dude Hal is fucking creepy." Just like anything that would happen with him, she's like, "Fuck this guy. This is the creepiest thing ever." It's just like, yeah, that's 2000s movies for you. I can't defend it, but yep. So at one point, Lane confesses her love for Hal, in a sense, and kisses him. That might have happened after.
Yeah. Yes. Well,
after.
Real quick,
so Lane goes to the Max to the Flintstones barbecue and to get her, and she's like, why
you want a McRib?
Why is Hal so great?
McRib eye?
Because he'll know the color of your eye. Like lists all these like crazy like he's so thoughtful and blah 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 blah.
And
things.
Of course
he's
Claire's
not named Chuck and
clique.
will try and date rape you or something. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, Claire is in like a clique of like a couple of other wicked Y2K looking girls, and they're just like, ew, get out of here,
Yep. But Claire goes to the football field, and he goes, "I made this whale for you."
She's like,
why?
I don't fucking like whales, kid.
Yeah.
I like zebras.
Because it's your favorite animal. I got your bracelet. Look.
And she's like, what the fuck you doing with my bracelet, you creep?
Yeah. She's like, my favorite animal is a zebra.
and then Chuck shows up.
Chuck shows up with his two henchmen.
And he's like, what are you doing with this bracelet that I gave her? Ew, it's all sweaty. I'm going to punch you in my house of pain.
What?
That's something that he said multiple times.
Yeah, welcome to the Chuck's House of Pain
and Steakhouse,
like the International House of Pain, and I deliver. And so then there's a snowmobile chase.
Find us on Grubhub.
And so he gets out, and then after that, that's when Lane confesses that she likes Hal, but he doesn't go for her.
From the two. Hal stole one of the snowmobiles and then attempts to kill the other people riding the snowmobiles, including Chuck and his International House of Pain.
Oh yeah, he tries to get them like into tree stumps and tree trunks and things. Oh yeah,
tree trunks and branches and everything. Stuff that could straight up kill them.
Oh yeah.
Well,
there's a lot more attempted murder in this movie coming up, but we'll talk about that later. A lot of attempted murder.
A lot of attempted
Chris
murder.
Elliott, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So,
Chris Elliott always trying to kill children.
So finally, Hal goes to back to the school to the pool, and Claire is over there diving, right? And she invites him up to the diving board and gives him a big smooch on the lips.
Whoa!
And she's like, "Isn't this everything that you wanted, Hal? Honey buns." And he's like, "Wow,
this."
Yeah, and he's like, "Wow, my best friend just gave me a smooch right before coming here. I think I like her instead." And she's like, "All right, well, see you later. So that's the end of the Claire story. So he ends up going to meet her that night at the ice skating rink. She's all mad at him, but he's like, no, I actually like you too. And they smooch and make up.
You kissed me and showed me some affection, so I'm just going to reciprocate that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how it works, man.
Yeah, that's
whoever
true.
puts out.
If your standards are low enough to like me, I like you.
Yeah. He's like, well, that was much easier.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
There was a whole point where Hal is on the ground. He slipped on some ice, and
she's staying over him.
I did that on when we had a snow day once. My mom was like out for doing like business or something. I don't know. She was just gone for a couple days, and I was like, well, it's pretty icy out. And I was like, oh, I slipped a little bit. I'm gonna stay home until my mom gets back. And then so I stayed home. I was like, I called the school. I was like, I slipped on ice. I'm not coming to school. And then I just didn't go to school for like 3 days. And then my mom comes home like from this business trip, and I'm just like sitting on the couch, like watching TV, eating my ginseng cereal.
eating
she's like,
your
what are you doing
cookies?
home? And I was like, slipped on the ice.
It's a little icy outside.
So
did you even
be careful out there?
Did you even plow a drive or shovel a driveway or anything for her?
She had 4-wheel drive. She had a GMC Jimmy.
Oh yeah, GMC Jimmy, of course.
No, I always shoveled the driveway. That's how I slipped on the ice. Come on.
Yeah. Right.
It was the leaves you didn't do.
Right. Yeah, the leaves.
Because you didn't have a nice audio cassette of songs to rake leaves by.
Yeah, I was listening to my hit clip of songs to slip on ice to.
You know what it was? You were listening to a
you had a hit clip for leaf raking. That's why you only did it for 60 seconds.
All you had was a loop of the guy, because obviously at the time we were listening to like Disturbed, so you just had a clip of the guy just going oh wow, like over and over again on your hit clip.
This guy needs a lozenge.
And real quick, so he slips on the ice, and Lane like comes up to like with her feet, her skates right up to his head, and he goes whoa, whoa, whoa with her legs and drops her on the ground. And I swear to God, like it looked like the razor blades on the bottom of her skates were gonna like slice this guy's face open.
Oh no!
Like, whoa,
and that's our
dangerous.
introduction to Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
Yeah.
Hey, there's this very similar scene in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, actually.
Whoa.
Oh. Well, we'll talk about that next episode.
Yeah.
So that's basically Lane's. That's Hal's story. Basically. Yeah. Now for the most interesting story.
Doesn't Chuck show up at the end though? And he chases.
So Chuck came in to kick his face in, but the snowplow truck basically runs him over and basically just about borderline kills him and buries him in snow.
Did Chuck ever say that he was going to bring him to the International House of Pain Cakes?
Pretty much. No, he says the International House of Pain, and luckily he delivers.
Oh.
Yep.
That was his big line in the movie.
He had a franchise from high school, International House of Pain.
Yeah.
Chuck's International House of Pain. So now we go to Nat and Snowplow Man. And this is where the Little Pete hijinks, like, I think it very easily could have been Little Pete.
Oh yeah.
Because it's all about the nemesis. And Little Pete always seemed to have a nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I think, is the most interesting plot of the movie.
Yeah.
Even though it technically wasn't the main plot. I think Hal's story was the main plot, but
make it, more marketable for Nickelodeon. Yeah. But you got this one in there just for the creepy love story.
Well, funny thing, so Hal has this cheeseball overweight friend. I don't remember what his name. Oh, Dwayne. His name is Dwayne.
You mean Nat?
And I'm sorry, yeah, for Nat. And my wife was like, "Oh, that's Josh from Jake and Josh." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, that was some show on Disney Channel or something back in the day." And again, that was stuff that
show's actually pretty good.
Well, that stuff that was on like after my time of watching that stuff on TV. But again, the generation thing. But anywho, she's like, "Oh yeah, he was the guy with the man bun on Fuller House." So if anybody out there watched Fuller House, he was like the millennial man bun father who wanted all natural shit for his kid.
He's in a movie called, I think it's Mean Creek, something like that. And it's him as a kid, and he's like, it's a good movie. It's kind of like Stand By Me or something like that.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Oh, fuck, motherfucker, cunt, son of a bitch, bastard." And like,
so he's supposed to be a kid in the movie?
He is a kid in the movie.
Oh,
he was also in movies called
It's
The
drastically
Whackness,
different.
and he was in the remake of Red Dawn.
Oh, no shit.
I don't know.
Okay.
Those were things he was in. So yeah, she has two friends, Josh and some other kid, and they're all about taking down Snowplow Man.
Yeah. So the whole plan is they got to stop him from plowing, so that way there'll be a second snow day. I mean, my only thought to this is like, come on, he obviously works for like the town's DPW. You think that they don't have other trucks or other DPW employees who are out there at the same time plowing up the rest of the area? I don't know.
It doesn't seem like it though. He's the only plow
He's the only
encounter.
guy who plows.
Yeah, but he's like creepy plowman, poor hygiene, never leaves his truck, and has a pet bird.
And he has like a creepy doll head on his shifter knob and stuff, you know.
And his plow had a name. I can't remember.
Oh, it did? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it was something. Let me see.
Mrs. Snowplow Man? I don't know. So basically you got Snowplow Man who's he's an asshole and he hates these kids and basically tries to murder them the whole movie.
His chains on his tires are made from the braces of kids he's mowed down.
There was even this one point where like there's like a shitload of kids in the street and he just like fucking rams down the street plowing and all these kids like have to run out of the way and one of the kids sleds like goes in the middle of the road and it just fucking blow.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that could have been a kid. And there's this one time where Nat and their friends like try to take the fat kid and they put him on the ground with like ketchup all over his stomach to make it look like he was dead, like in the middle of the road to stop snowplow men so they can get in and like snag the key to the snowplow. So for whatever reason, Chris Elliott is just eating a bag of French fries and he gets out,
hungry.
sees this murdered kid and he's just like, I'm just going to stick my French fries on him and, oh, that's not blood. That's ketchup. I'm just going to eat this. What if he was actually like a real injured kid? He's not going to do anything. He doesn't care.
He's going to eat blood.
He's going to eat the bloody ketchup fries.
Needs the iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't think the McRib isn't covered in the blood of children?
I'm going to find out this week when I get one.
Delicious.
It's going to happen one way or the other. There was another time where they throw jelly-filled snowball at him.
Oh yeah, and he smashes into a Chrysler Baron.
Yeah, and he runs down their like snow fort, which had a beanbag chair and a TV, and he literally, obviously he has a plow, so he plows through it. And he thinks the kids go in. And he just demolishes the whole thing.
I mean, if the kids were still in there, they would have suffocated, you know?
Yeah, maybe dead.
Yep.
Fully dead. And then he hits a car and just like, oops, backs up.
I had a snow fort at Jack's house.
And
I lost my yak back in there.
Oh,
it collapsed on us. When I lost my yak back.
Oh no.
I still to this day have not found my yak back. And I remember thinking like, Maybe in springtime I'll find my yak back. But I'm sure my Uncle Kevin ran it over with the lawnmower.
You know, if you call him and go over his house one of these days, it might still be.
Well, they don't live there anymore.
Oh, they don't live there anymore? Oh.
No. I'd have to go to I have to do a whole covert operation. I'm trying to go into the strangest
You know
house.
what it is? It's an extreme op. So
it's an extreme ape.
So then he decides to kidnap Dwayne.
Oh, because Nat kidnaps his bird.
His bird. What was his bird's name? Do you remember? Clementine.
Clementine. That's what it was. Maybe that's why I thought the truck had a name too.
The
But
truck has
the bird was-
like a pinup girl painted on the front of the plow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it says something on the plow, but I can't read it.
Right.
Plow me gently.
Oh, that's probably what it says.
Could be.
So they try to do
I
like
break
a
for McRibs.
yeah. They try
But
to
not for fat kids.
No, not for fat kids.
they do a trade, right? For Dwayne
Ribs
and the
before
bird,
kids.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They do the trade and they're like, all right, that's it. The plowman's still gonna go out planning. I give up.
Well,
And-
the plow guy even goes to Nat's house.
Oh,
and, goes to the door, and like his real name's Roger or something, and he's trying to find her, and the mom is like, "Oh, who are you?" He's like, "Oh, well, Nat entered a contest to ride in the snowplow. She's next on the
Wow,
list." And the mom's
No
like,
way.
"Why do you have a kid already in? Is that Dwayne? What's he writing on the window?" And he's like writing help, but it's backwards. And she's like, pleh. And he's like, that's just plow lingo. These crazy kids. Anyway, where can I find your daughter? And then the littlest kid in the house runs out and the mom goes out behind her. And the phone rings and he picks up their phone. And apparently Nat was like watching from a tree or something. He was like, get the fuck out of my house. We'll arrange a meet and we could swap. And that's when they meet
And swap.
meet swap.
So then
you guys want to do a meat swap this Christmas?
oh hey. How much is there gonna be circus peanuts?
Is there going to be McRibs?
I got these circus peanuts.
Hey, funny enough, real quick off the cuff. For those of you guys who have seen our old TV show Python Force that we used to do, there was a guy on the show named Nick who played Marshall Cove, who turned into Mecha Cove. I recently got in touch with him. I haven't talked to him in probably over 6 years. I used to work with him, and I got in touch with him. You know, like, hey, like, what are you doing? He's like, oh yeah, I live out in like Dorchester. I bought a house. I'm working at a hospital. Blah blah blah. And we're talking and this and that. And I said, oh, you know, this is what's going on. Blah blah blah. And I sent him some pictures of the Python Force VHS tape. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, it's kind of cool. I do this podcast about VHS. And then at the end, I was like, all right, man, good to see it all. And I wrote, I was like, P.S. Stay off the steroids. They're any of that other juice. Which is a line that he said. And then like he sends me back a thing where he's all like, oh yeah, you know, yeah, I work at a hospital. Life is good, blah, blah, blah. At the very end, he goes, stay away from the circus peanuts.
You never know when the circus peanuts are going to get you.
So he also played the Chester Molesta guy who offered Kevbot here some circus peanuts in his Chrysler LeBaron convertible before Python Force exploded him. They had to teach that bozo a lesson.
I used to get in some crazy hijinks.
Oh yeah. Putting metal into microwaves. And
yeah. It's the best time to make dinner fork lasagna.
Good thing my parents aren't here because they're not. Hey kid, what are you doing? All right. So,
have you guys ever had circus peanuts?
Yes.
No, I've never been to a circus.
I've never. No, like the candy. They're circus peanuts candy.
No,
they're like squishy.
No, I don't. Oh, yeah.
The
They're
orange,
like, it's like candy
orange
peanuts.
circus peanuts.
Yeah, they used to be at like Building 19 all the time.
Yeah, no, I never had them. What do they taste like?
I never had them either.
They're a real acquired taste. I had them once, and the reason I had them was it was
some guy in a Chrysler LeBaron.
No. Back when I used to work at the comic book store, there was this guy who worked there for a long time, and he was leaving. And I was like, oh man, it was one of his last days, and I was taking over for some of his responsibilities, and he just happened to have them. And he was like, hey, can you do something for me? It kind of like, I'm leaving. Can you do something special for me? And I was like, you want me to do something for you today? Sure. I don't mind, whatever responsibilities. He hands me a circus peanut. He's like, eat this. I was like, what? He's like, eat it. And I was like, why I don't have, no? And he's like, have you ever had one? I was like, no. He's like, try it. I'm leaving. Do this as a favor to me. And I was like, okay. So I ate it, and it's like, oh God. It was disgusting. Sorry,
I feel like it tastes like licorice and peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like black licorice and peanut butter.
Yeah.
That's one of those candies that, like, if you ever go to the candy aisle at CVS or Walgreens, they got gummy worms and shit. And then they have
the
those
2 for $1 bags.
Yeah, right.
And the hook is always
put on a
full
list if you buy them.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's why he had to get out of town.
Whoa.
I never try him again.
As soon as he drives off, he's like peels out, and then like you see his car pull away through the window, and then immediately the cops come in and they say, "Hey, did a guy just give you some circus peanuts?"
Yeah, man, dude. What if he like rubbed his circus peanuts with the circus peanuts?
Maybe were they?
The bag was unopened.
Okay.
Hey, how come no one's made candy hair?
What? Candy hair?
Some candy hair.
Well,
you just want to eat hair, don't you?
I mean, like cotton candy is kind of like hair, right? Cotton candy.
Yeah.
Hair
for the most part.
So,
all right.
All right. So, snowplow man, it's his. All right.
They're at a stalemate.
What's her name?
Because
Nat. So Nat has a hallucination before making a grilled cheese, where the action figures up on the wall, on the shelf, come to life and tell her not to give up.
Is there a gas leak on her stove?
It must be. So she gets all the kids together for a scheme to stop Snowplow Man before the end of the night. So it's nighttime, and Snowplow Man has one road left. So all the kids in town like come up, and they tie him to a stop sign. And
it's a sign that said caution, children at play or something. And they decide that they're going to
burn unplow
the street. No, they couldn't destroy it. That was the whole thing. They couldn't destroy the plow because they could always get another plow or something. I don't remember that detail.
I don't know.
They're like, yeah, we'll destroy it. And he's like, ha ha ha, I'll just get another plow. So they're like, we got to unplow all the streets.
Yep. So they
hijack his ride.
Do they drive the plow?
They drive the plow, and they almost kill Chuck, the bad guy ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
By running him over.
And this is the Pete and Pete-esque storyline because, no one stopped him. Everyone was cool. Like she almost killed Chuck, and Hal was like, "Hey, Nat, you're driving a plow now. Have a good one."
That was it.
Good luck with that dual clutch.
And that was Snow Day.
That's Snow Day,
and
everybody.
that's snow, just as I remember it.
Yep. The whole thing about the grades and the test and all that was all in there.
He made the test.
Yep.
And he got his homework done, and they got the snow. Everybody in the town was doing everything was going on in town.
Everything's going on in town, right?
And then Principal Bus Driver Stu finally gets home, after being chased around the whole town, enters his house, and who's there? But more kids throwing snowballs at him.
And then at the very end, during the end credits, some other shitty song comes on that my wife starts singing. And she's like, oh, this was another one-hit wonder. And she tries to like look who it was up. It's some like girl who kind of looks like Britney Spears, some blonde chick whose name was like Aloha or something. And she tries to look her up on the internet, and there's like nothing. You can't even like find this girl. Like,
how's the song go?
It's all right. It's okay. And she's all like, hey, I think the song was made for this movie. So she goes on her phone on like YouTube and looks it up. And yeah, the music video has like clips from the movie and stuff in it. It was weird because it cuts between like a sunny California beach and then shots from the movie during like fucking Syracuse, New York's snowy season.
Was it Hoku?
Hoku. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's all right.
You don't know Hoku?
It's okay.
So
circus penis something.
Before we get to ratings, these are some of the people performed on the soundtrack. Smash Mouth,
right?
Doing Satellite.
Smash Mouth was in so many soundtracks.
Yeah,
yes.
They fucking cashed
this
in.
This was like first album Smash Mouth, so nothing like super hit-ish. But they were still on a lot. Foreigner was on there.
Whoa.
Mighty Boss Stones, obviously, because it's a 90s teen movie. But it wasn't. It was an impression that I get. It was Noise Brigade.
And real quick too, of course, because it's late 90s, early 2000s. You have to have a little bit of ska in your hopeless romantic movies. Mm-hmm. Also, there was some ska during the Real Macaw trailer for the Parrot Treasure Hunt movie.
Let's see. They had two Smash Mouth songs.
Yep.
The Real Ska.
They had LFO. They had some band called The Wise Guys. They had Sixpence None the Richer. I love.
Oh, what song is that? What song did they do?
There She Goes.
Oh,
there she
because
goes.
Claire was going in that shot.
Yes,
so they had to put that in there.
They
have any fastball?
I don't know how old the woman who played Claire was in this movie, but they had her in some scenes, and her high beams were on a little bit.
Oh yeah,
it's a little.
I looked it up. She was like 25 when she made this.
It's cold.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, but yeah, it was a little weird. To be like,
man.
She's supposed to be 16.
So yeah, there was some party hats in this movie. It was great
in New York, in Syracuse.
Yeah,
for high beams is 16.
They had a few Al Martino songs. Obviously, they had the Hippos. The Hippos are ska band. That was the song that Hal played at the ice skating rink.
Right.
There's a song performed by a band called The Boyzone.
Don't go in
the Boyzone. Boyzone. Song by Jordan Knight. Dina Carroll. I don't know who that is. Brian Setzer
Wasn't
Orchestra.
Jordan Knight one of the Backstreet Boys who like?
I don't know.
Or is he one of the? I don't know.
98 Degrees is on the soundtrack.
Oh boy.
A band called
it should be
My
32
Town.
Degrees.
Not quite. And then another Al Martino song and Hoku.
Oh boy.
Hoku.
Wow. Available at Nickelodeon Records. Oh my goodness. Hey, you got to put some WD-40 on that garage door, man.
I'm surprised that's the first reaction I've gotten tonight because that's toot number 3. Little fucking toot.
That was pretty,
the only one, only audible one.
Oh no, the other ones were, but you can see it in here.
I didn't pick up on the seismograph I have over here.
Now you're really gonna hear some snow and stuff shake like an avalanche.
You just started an avalanche.
That's the wind off the side of your.
Oh no!
That's the wind that you hear outside. Is my fart gas going whoosh outside?
You guys want some trivia about the movie?
Yeah,
from
let's see some trivia about this movie.
In the music video, Another Dumb Blonde, performed by Hoku and created for the movie, it showed a scene where Claire throws the whale ankle bracelet into the pool.
You break it up, Kev. You got to repeat that.
You got to say that again.
What?
We didn't hear you. You broke up.
What?
Seriously? Okay.
Sorry.
In the music video, Another Dumb Blonde, performed by Hoku and created for the movie, it showed a scene where Claire throws the whale ankle bracelet into the pool after an argument with Chuck. We didn't see that in the movie.
No.
Oh, wow.
Let's see another piece of trivia. A real bank heist took place near the filming location, and the felons drove right past the production assistant, who immediately alerted everyone on set. The felons were surprised to see that they were driving through a film set shortly before driving headlong into a fake snowdrift. The police immediately apprehended the two bumbling crooks, to the amusement of everyone on the set.
Wow,
that sounds pretty far-fetched, but that sounds pretty interesting. Film was originally planned to be a Pete and Pete movie. We already kind of know that, because the Pete and Pete guy.
That would have been fucking great. I wish it was.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it would have been. The large fuzzy hat worn by Chevy Chase in the last scene where he confronts Chad Weatherman is the same type of hat he donned in Spies Like Us. Wow, that was a pretty
deep cut.
No, it's just kind of. Hey, that hat he wore the same kind of hat in another movie.
Yeah,
awesome. The news anchor woman in the movie and the sportscaster that worked alongside Chevy Chase in some of the scenes were real life news anchors.
They have a news anchors always have that weird news anchor voice that's like unhuman.
It's
it's like other natural.
There was when I was at the news station, there was it's not like Midwestern, but it's like Central something or other, that there's actually like to be a newscaster and do this stuff, you actually have to have a license, believe it or not. And these people actually go to school to talk that way.
That's so weird.
I know.
It's to dehumanize your voice.
It's basically like they want you to have like no accents, no nothing. You all have to sound exactly the same. So
right.
I'd love to go to school for that. That seems interesting. Interesting. More at 11.
There you go.
Kev,
Perfect.
I think you would make a wonderful news anchor.
I would be okay with wearing wacky outfits for weather.
Would you?
Yeah.
Wacky weather outfits.
Yep.
Oh no, it's Wacky Weather Man.
Whoa. Another heat wave and we're all gonna die.
Yeah, it's
Quill
perfect.
Man will stop you.
It's literally, I'm seeing perfection right here on my Skype screen.
Yes.
Until it freezes again.
Until it freezes again, yeah.
Yes. That's all right.
All right,
the
we
name
want to
of
do
the
some
snowplow
ratings?
man is Rod. Oh, I must have froze again because I was telling you one more piece of trivia.
Yep. Hey, Weatherman, get it right.
The name of the snowplow man in the movie, his actual name is Roger Stubblefield.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Right up there with the Flintstones.
Chris Elliott admitted that he was asked by the director to stop brushing his teeth to add to the plow guy character, and he complied, which is why he had such poor dental hygiene in this movie.
Couldn't they just do makeup for that?
You would think so.
I would not stop brushing my teeth. That's disgusting. I feel disgusting if I don't brush my teeth.
Me too.
Yeah. So
especially after eating my Flintstones
vitamins.
They get all stuck.
You guys want to do the ratings now?
Let's do the ratings now.
What should we rate this out of 10 what?
Ooh, good question.
10 on fire roller skates. 10
on fire roller
boys. 10 chubby Santa face huggers.
What?
Are we rating out of things that are going to be in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5? Because
yes, I'm rating Silent.
Oh, okay.
I'm rating Silent Night, Deadly Night 5.
Let me think real quick.
Out of 10,
Chris Elliott teeth.
out of 10 torn up
Whales.
toboggans.
Snow whales.
Torn up toboggans.
10 Chet Weathermans.
10 ice sculpture Chet Weathermans.
10 soda.
No, you have to
markets.
You have to sing it like the song. So if it fits into the song, 10 Chet Weathermans.
How about the what were we just talking about? The chip tunes?
The movie.
The chip tune, what the fucking thing they only play 60 seconds.
Oh, the nip and tuck.
The nip and tuck.
The nip and tuck.
Hold on.
Wow, I already forget what it was called.
Hold on.
It was
I have to
a
look this
chest
up.
wiggle.
Chest wiggler?
Clipping tit. The tit clipper.
10 Tophers slipping on ice.
The chip was it the chip clip?
The nip clip. The nip clip.
The nip clip.
The nip clip.
Yeah. The tune
Clip
tunes in
tunes.
June.
Clip
Clip
tunes.
tunes. No.
Is it clip tunes?
It's a nip and wiggle chest box.
10 Flintstone
A
vitamins.
hit clip.
Hit clip. Yeah, that's what I said.
All right.
10 hit
All right.
clips.
The hit clip. You want to do this out of 10 hit clips, which only
10
gives
hit
you
clips with
All right,
one
that's
hit wonders.
exactly 10 minutes
guess,
of songs.
Guess the ratings first. T-Man, you're first on Amazon. Out of 5 stars, what do you think this movie was rated?
10.
10 out of 5.
You just
10. Hey, well, I don't know. I didn't watch it this time. I don't even know if I should.
That's why I'm asking you.
5.
5. All right, Dane Trey, what do you think? Amazon, 5 stars.
I'm gonna say
Out of 5
I'm gonna
stars.
say 7.5.
Out of 5.
Out of 5?
Oh, oops.
Amazon is out of 5. Amazon
7.5 out of 5. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 5 as well.
5?
Yeah.
It's 4.6.
Close enough.
Pretty good. Now IMDb, which is out of 10 stars. This is the 10 star rating.
Right. I did this one. I'm gonna give 7.5.
Dane says 7.5. T-Man, what do you think?
10.
It's 5.1.
Perfect movie.
Oh no!
5.1.
No, come on. That's a bunch of Bologna.
11,000 reviews.
No, sir.
Yep.
I don't believe it.
Liars.
All right, then. Starting with T-Man, out of 10 hit clips. How many little 60-second songs on hit clips of these Smash Mouth songs and 98 Degrees are you gonna rate this as?
I would give Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker, 7 hit clips with 90s songs on them out of 10 90s Snow Day songs on the hit clips.
Oh, okay. What
you know,
you say,
it's a
7?
good movie. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good movie. It's a little slow here and there.
It's a very low rating for you.
Good. I know. 7.5. I could go up to a 7.5. But it's a I mean, we'll get into the gritty details.
But without spoiling it.
Without spoiling it.
You said it's slow, right? Yeah.
The effects are really good. And the deaths are cool and fun. But yeah, it's just kind of slow here and there.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Fair.
All right there, Kevbot. What's it gonna be? How many hit clips?
How many hit clips do I give Snow Day? I'm gonna give Snow Day. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this a 9 out of 10 hit clips.
Oh wow! I am shocked.
That's the most hit clips you've ever given anybody.
I am wicked shocked at the amount of hit clips that are hitting you right now.
I don't know. It seems like my formula is.
Your formula.
Yeah.
Your formula.
Well, look at the movies that I normally rate pretty high, and this kind of checks a lot of the boxes.
They all got ska.
Late 90s, early 2000s, they've got ska. They've.
That's a point.
Yeah,
that's a hit clip right there.
Checks a lot of the boxes.
Got a couple of rude boys.
By no means is this movie slow. It bounces around the storylines, and I think it's well paced. I love that there's, you could tell some of the Pete and Pete-esque kind of things, and that's probably my favorite Nickelodeon show ever. And I mean, you even got Bus Driver Stu in there, so that's pretty, and Iggy Pop. Great soundtrack, minus Al Martino. The Hal was a bit creepy, but not too off-putting, which is why there's only a 9. All around enjoyable. 9 out of 10 hit clips.
Wow.
Oh, man.
What about you, Dane?
All your hit clip pieces, 60 seconds, are all going to be like The Specials and all these other bands that cleverly put the word ska in their names.
That's right.
Okay.
What's your hit clip situation?
I'm gonna give Snow Day. I'm gonna give Snow Day a 7 out of 10.
Whoa, that's low for you.
I know.
What is wrong with you? What are you, a sick clip?
Am I a sick clip?
Do you need some Flintstones vitamins?
No. Don't get me wrong. It's a good movie. It's very, very good. I like that dynamic that it's a family movie in the sense that each member of the family at different age brackets have their own individual storylines. They intertwine and stuff like that. But I mean, so that way the whole family can watch it and everybody can kind of relate or whatever. You know what I mean? I like that aspect of it. Again, I thought that Chevy Chase was very out of place in this movie. It's hard to say because sometimes when it comes to Chevy Chase, particularly later on in his career, it's hard to tell if he's phoning movies in or what. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he was the right pick for this. And I'm also going to say the same thing about Chris Elliott. I truly don't think that Chris Elliott was right for the Snowplow Man.
Whoa!
I mean, is there anyone?
That's a hot take.
I like Chris Elliott. He was just great as a character in Schitt's Creek.
Oh yeah,
Cabin Boy, great. But
are there any actors who were prevalent in this time period you feel would be better replacements?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan?
My God, no.
I don't know. Because I don't know. It's like because I don't see him as like a creepy, intimidating snowplow man. Like I feel like he's this guy in this big truck, but he's like this little teeny, little skinny, little dude. I think that if they had like a big, like a huskier, bigger, more intimidating person to play Snowplow Man, I think it would have been a little bit better because I just see him and he's just like
kids though.
What's
everybody's everybody's bigger than a little kid.
No, I get that. He doesn't come off as like this creepy, intimidating. He's just like, hey, because you know how he has kind of like sometimes like a high pitched kind of nasally voice and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's just more a maniac behind the wheel than an actual threatening presence.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I just don't know if he
without his plow, he is nothing.
Yeah, I don't.
Essentially,
like that. And the bird
makes sense.
And the whole thing with like the bird, I don't know. I think it would have been more comedic to hear like a big masculine scary guy be like, "Oh, my bird!" Oh, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just I just don't know if Chris Elliott.
Dane just wanted more big, muscular, sweaty men in this movie.
But there were none.
I know. That's why you're giving it a 7.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to think of like who else would have.
Besides Hulk Hogan, Will Sasso? What about Will Sasso?
Will Sasso, it would have been a very good fit, very good pick, I think, for or like I mean, I don't know. I mean, was Chris Farley alive at this time? I don't think so.
No, I think he had passed.
No, I was 98.
I don't know. But but really, I just think that more of like a bigger, more intimate. Again, that's kind of why I said Hulk Hogan. That's like the first thing that came to my mind. I think he would have been very good as.
There's no funny fat guys anymore.
No. Yeah, the cheese
Will
balls.
Sasso was the last of them.
Yeah.
The funny fat guy. I mean, Horatio Sands tried. I mean, God bless him, Horatio Sands, but it just never really took off.
But
no more fat funny guys.
So besides that, I mean, the movie's great. Honestly, I didn't like the whole payoff thing with Hal and Lane. That kind of came out of nowhere at the very end because there really wasn't a whole lot in the movie, honestly, where Lane said much or did much to indicate that she liked him until the very end. You know what I mean? And
makes sense.
I honestly
really wasn't getting anywhere with Claire besides her attention. You know,
I don't know. I was truthfully, I was hoping he was going to end up with Claire at the end of the movie, and then there really was no resolution with Claire and the ex-boyfriend. There nothing really paid off there. I don't know.
Chuck froze to death outside.
Chuck froze to death. That's right. And I guess Claire ended up dating the whole state of New York, I guess.
Whoa.
Well, all those guys ended up showing up at her door at the end.
Of Jensen's barbecue.
Yeah. But I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a great movie, but there were just some choices in terms of casting and stuff I just don't think were right. That didn't really work for me. But like you said, though, I think the pace is great. I like, pretty much all the other characters and stuff. I thought that was good. And
hey, listeners, if you have seen Snow Day and can think of some great late 90s, early 2000s people who could replace Chevy Chase or Chris Elliott in this movie, drop us a line at the VHS Bandits at gmail.com. Yeah, I can't think of anyone either. For some reason, I wanted to say, what if they put Bill Goldberg?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Oh, what about
any big wrestler would have been good.
Yeah, but he was in his prime at this moment. So
right.
He wouldn't have taken an acting role. He wouldn't be the Santa Claus yet.
Yeah,
what about Jesse Ventura?
Jesse Ventura would have been perfect as Snowplow Man.
I could see that.
I think he would have been absolutely perfect.
This is my lizard person bird that I love. Goddamn children.
I never seen no 6-foot-tall lizard.
This snow will turn into a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus, just like me. Ain't got time to snow.
These children are nothing but a conspiracy.
I don't know who would have been a better Chevy Chase off the top of my head, but
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura playing both of them.
I don't know.
I am down for that.
But yeah, there you go. That's my thought on the movie. And when I think of Nickelodeon movies that I have seen,
this is like one of the only good ones.
I mean, yeah, it's good. But if I think, like, what are the other ones? Like Good Burger, right? I think Good Burger is a better movie than this.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I would agree with you.
Yeah. So I can't think of any other Nickelodeon movie. Like, Harriet the Spy, right? Matilda, maybe? I don't remember.
That's not a Nickelodeon movie.
No. But it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's just my thought. I again, don't get me wrong. It's a great movie. I will totally watch this with the family.
So what you're saying is that it's a bad movie.
No, it's a good movie that just had some.
But you don't like
choice.
it. It's a good movie that you don't like.
I like the movie. I just think that there's a couple of things in it that just don't work for me. That's all.
You like the movie. Gotcha.
No, the movie. Jeez Louise.
Dane, did you take your vitamins today? Your vitamins?
I didn't take my vitamins. I took my vitamins.
your Flintstones.
My Flintstones. My Flintstone vitamins.
Your Flintstones vitamin suppositories.
I ate my body bubble vitamin today.
So here's, just because we're on the topic of Nickelodeon movies.
It tastes like circus peanuts.
Yeah.
Here's some other Nickelodeon movies.
Doug's first movie?
Harriet the Spy. Movie. This is chronological, I guess, according to Wikipedia.
They got a live action, too.
Live action? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll skip the animated ones.
Not like Hey Arnold, the movie.
Yeah. Harriet the Spy, Good Burger, this one, Clock Stoppers. Wow, that one was not a very good one.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was like a Moonbeam movie, right? I don't know.
I forgot about that movie.
And then...
Isn't French Stewart in that?
That's...
I think so.
Right? I think French Stewart. I remember the ad being like, you have a time machine that's not supposed to exist.
And then a series, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
That was a Nickelodeon movie? Wow. That was probably the most successful one.
Yeah. But Jimmy Neutron was also a movie, and then they turned that into a cartoon. For some reason, there's something about that movie. I find it pretty enjoyable.
That movie's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
I never saw it, though.
Not like a crazy, crazy awesome movie, but like I'd watch it if it was on. Anyway.
Anyway. Well, I guess that's a snow day, everybody. Recording this on a day that we had snow. So, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so that means when you guys watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, you better lock your doors. Or else Santa's coming for you. Whoa. So let's thank our Patreons. No. If you don't know already, I mean, if you listen to this is a 2-hour show. So if you listen to this, then you're probably a Patreon. Or, I mean, you should be. If you want to join, go to patreon.com/VHS Bandits. And let's thank our Patreons right now. We got Corey Gorski, who is also the writer of our theme song, which is fantastic. And we have Jason Drury and Thomas Andrew Gwynn, and then Captain James T. Kaiser of the Good Ship Barbecue Boat, and Bert Sazerac, our official mic fluffer, followed by trivia with, hey, you getting your mic fluffed over there by Bert Sazerac?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. And then Trivia with Buds, an awesome podcast. You should listen to Trivia with Buds for all of your holiday trivia needs. And then our soda poppin' daddies, the professional pro, Jimmy Alicata. And then James. And then, of course, Kevin James, our official light wrangler. So if you want to be a Patreon, go to patreon.com, and slash the VHS Bandits, or just VHS Bandits. And then join up. Come on. It makes a great Christmas gift, a great Hanukkah gift, a great chandelier, and all the kids will love it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Patreon members. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode of VHS Bandits. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm the Kevbot. Here are my co-hosts.
This is Dane Train, which you had a name for me, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, 6 Danes a training.
Yeah.
And 5 Topher Hansons.
That's me, all 5 Topher Hansons.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. As always, be kind and rewind.